Good morning children, we are going to enter into the class 11 business studies. So the concept which we are going to focus is going to be the business studies. Business studies is one of the important subject in a commerce stream. When you just look into the business studies, every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. So trying is always the motto of the business. The success rate in the business may be slow, but whenever an individual or a business decide that success has been attained, progress stops. So, looking into the consideration, business studies plays a vital role in the development of an economy. The first chapter in business studies is the nature and purpose of business. The chapter actually divided into two sections. One section deals with the history of trade and commerce in ancient India. The section 2 completely deals with the concept, nature and purpose of a business, which is important for a business personality. Actually, this chapter deals with the various objectives. The first is going to be the concept and the characteristics of the business. In this, we are going to discuss the main character of a business. The next topic is going to be the economic and non-economic activities. The next topic is comparison between business, profession and employment. The next deals with the classification of business activities, an objective of a business as well as a business risk. In this, one important thing is missing. One is called as a history of a business. When you just look into the history of the business, history deals with so many things. So, the early trade and commerce deals with so many things. The early trade and commerce, when you just look into it, it has an indigenous banking system. It has the rise of intermediaries and the transport, as well as various states such as major trade center plays a vital role in development of an ancient business. When you in earlier classes you would have learnt about the Pataliputra and the Peshawar and even the Surat, which is very good in so much of business activities. Like this, during the Mughal rule and during the Chola dynasty, Pandya dynasty, Pallava dynasty, in your history classes, you would have learnt a lot about the history of a business, how a business boomed during the Mughal emperor as well as after the British rule. You would have learnt in your earlier classes about the Indigo rebellion, opium production and so many things. So when you just deal with so many opium production and Indigo rebellion, all deals only with the business. How a business run in India during the Mughal period as well as during the British period. That is going to be the focus of the history that you would have learnt in the earlier classes. In today's class, we are going to focus on that is an important characteristic is a concept of a business. A concept of a business refers to choose economic activities involve the purchase, production or a sale of goods and services with a motive of earning profit by satisfying the human needs in the society. That is the term business. So, once you look into the term business, this is derived from the word busy. So, business refers to an occupation in which people regularly engage in activities related to purchase, production or sale of goods and services with a view of earning profit. It is also maybe an economic activity or a non-economic activity. Economic activity comes under the category which dealt with money. A non-economic activity, we will be doing the work but we will not be earning the money. That is the main concept of an economic activity and a non-economic activity. This economic activity has been divided into three types. One is a business, profession and employment. You might be wondering what is the difference between a business, profession, employment, all are putting together. Business is nothing but a person who is going to be a CEO of a company who is running a business. But profession and employment might be a similar concept, but actually not. Business, profession, employment are the basic structure of an economic activity divided into three types. Let's come to the business. Business refers those economic activity which are connected with the production or purchase or a sale of goods or a supply of services with this main object of earning profit. So for example, if I am going to be a businessman, my aim is going to be earning of profit. I never bother about anything. I will produce or else I will purchase, I will sell the goods and I will supply or else I will do the service, I will earn my profit on my own. So I am basically an entrepreneur which I will be focusing on profit earning, nothing other than that. So these people are called as business. When it comes to the profession includes those activity which required special knowledge and skill to be applied by the individuals in their occupation, such as doctor is a profession, engineering is a profession. Such activities are generally subject to the guidelines or codes of conduct laid down by the professional bodies. For example, if I want to become as an architect or else want to become as a lawyer, I need to get certain code from that particular body, professional body. So then only I can come to the conclusion that I am a professionally trained architect, professionally trained lawyer. So all this comes under the category of profession. The last one comes as an employment. Employment refers to the occupation in which people work for others remunerated. In return, those who are employed by others are known as employees. It means I am a salaried person for this month. I am under an employment of one particular organization. I can work for this organization. Whatever the code of conduct divided or settled by the organization, I need to follow the same stream of employment in that particular organization. Employment is a salaried person where I am a skilled worker, but the organization is utilizing me for their development. That is called as an employment. These are the basic three economic activities in a nature of business. The three activities, once again I repeat, one is a business, another one is a profession, another one is an employment. To make it more clear, we have a tableau column here. So what is the basis or the difference between a business, profession and employment? When you just look into the mode of establishment on that particular basis, a business person will be an entrepreneur who's being the decision maker of that particular organization. Profession is a membership of that particular professional body and certificate for practice. And the last one is an employment who will be getting the letter from this entrepreneur and he will be with a service agreement. What is the nature of work of all these three when you just look into it? Provision of goods and services is done by an entrepreneur or a business person who is running the business, and the professional rendered personalized and expert services, and the employment will do the performing works as per the service contract or the rules of services. When you just look into the qualification, no minimum qualification is required for a person to run a business. Even an uneducated person can run a business. But when you just come to the profession, he should be expertise and training in a specific field is mandatory. And when it comes to an employment, a training as well as a qualification prescribed by the employer is mandatory. For example, if I need to go for an organization of an IT sector, I should be an IT guy. I should pursue a graduate in engineering in the computer science stream or else an information technology stream. When you just look into the reward and return, the profit is earned by the business person and the professional fee is given to the professional and the salary or wages is given to the employer. When you look into the capital investment required as per the nature of the business. For example, if I am going to run a small cottage industry, my capital investment is quite low. When it is going for a bigger industry, the capital investment is quite high. So when you just come to the profession, I don't have any capital investment, but my skill set is my capital investment. So I have only a limited capital needed for an establishment. For example, if I am going to work from home, only the capital investment done by me is only the computer, whatever it may be. I'm doing an online trading or training or whatever it may be. When it comes to an employment, no investment or no capital is required. Just like that, I need to post my resume to the concerned authority. When you just look into the risk, that's more important. Profits are uncertain and are irregular. The risk is present. When I want to run a business, I should ensure that there will be a risk in a business. When it comes to the profession, fee is generally regular and certain and have only some risk. If I have an opportunity, I will go as a professional trainer. If I don't have an opportunity, I will not go as a professional trainer. The last but not least is an employment. It is a fixed and regular pay. There will be no risk. When you just look into the transfer of interest, transfer possible with some formalities. For example, if I want to transfer my business to my one person to other person or whatever it may be, possibilities are there for me to complete transforming the particular business to other hand. And profession, it is not possible. In employment, it is not possible. I can hire only the different person. Code of conduct, it is mandatory for all the three. But when you just look into the business, no code of conduct is prescribed. So that only we are just ensuring during the business you should have a global warming. There is a lot of criteria to be given by the government. They need to run a business based on their code of conduct given by the government. And when you just look into the profession, professional code of conduct to be followed, or else he can't be a professional trainer. When it comes to an employment, the norms of the behavior laid down by an employer are to be followed. The main objective of the business person is a profit, and the profession is the providing services, and for an employment is earning an income and satisfying the employer. That is more important. So these are the basic structure and the division between the business, profession and employment. We have already learned about the various types of economic activities such as the business, profession and employment. Continued with that, the next objective of our particular topic is what are the characteristics of a business activity. Business activity is an economic activity. Yes, of course, it is an economic activity. What is the meaning of an economic activity? Either it acquires in terms of a profession or else it acquires in terms of an employment. So, it will give you a money to certain extent. And we need to, the next characteristics of a business service is a production or procurement of goods and services. What is the meaning of a production or procurement of goods and services? Either as an agriculturist, I need to produce my own, whatever the product I am producing. Or else, if I am going to be the trader or a middleman, I need to procure things from a wholesaler or a retailer in a various ways. When you just look into the third point, what is the characteristics? Sale or exchange of goods and services. How well I am giving the sales and services to other person. See, the business involves sale or exchange of goods and services, the production of goods and services for self-consumption, not for the business. I can't have my own business. For example, if I'm going to run a boutique shop or whatever it may be, I can't have my own boutique shop. In that boutique shop, I myself can't take as many things as I want. I have invested that particular product only for the business. I need to focus only on that. The next point is the dealing in goods and services on regular basis. Another important feature of the business is you must sell or exchange goods and services on the regular basis. Buying or selling goods or services once or twice is not a business at all. One single transaction of sale does not constitute business. For example, if a person sells his house or buy a new house, he is not doing the business. But if a person buys and sells the houses on regular basis and earn commission, that is a business to him. The next is the profit earning. What is a profit earning? The main purpose of the business is an earning profit, as you well know. If the profit motive is missing in this transaction, then it is cannot considered to be a business transaction at all. For example, goods given in charity are not a business activity. No businessman can survive without earning a sufficient profit. The next characteristic is an uncertainty of risk. Another important feature of the business is the presence of risk factor in the transaction. There is always possibility of losses. It is not certain that a businessman will always earn adequate profit as market conditions may change. You know, during this pandemic time, how many of you are running the business with a lot of risk? Customers approach, customer taste may change, there may be a strike in businessman's own factory, etc. All these can lead to the loss. So the business transaction, there is always an element of risk involved. The last but not least is an element of risk. There is a lot of risk factor elements is there in the business. Either it may be naturally the business may go off, or else artificially there are some issues may arise like this pandemic. So elements of risk is always possible in a business. So the main characteristics of a business activities are, it is an economic activity, they have to produce or procure the goods and services, a sale or exchange of goods and services, dealing in goods and services on a regular basis, and there should be a profit earning. There may be an uncertainty of return. I may not earn as much as profit as I am going to invest, and the elements of risk are always high in the business. These are the main characteristics of a business activity. Hope children you would have enjoyed the session today. This is Anandi from Pon Vidyashram Group of Schools. We will meet in the next session.